hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. Lights are shining bright. My friends are in the club, we'll go all night. I see you in the back, the mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, start dancing to the music and the chase. Like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. I can't get enough. Oh, it's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Can't get enough.
Hello. I think we have some technical
Okay.
difficulties
I'm coming.
because I don't see a picture on the picture thing,
Oh no.
and also you didn't mute your computer like you said you were going to, so I'm worried about feedback.
No. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
One moment, please. We're just... Oh, there we are. Hello.
I did mention I was having some technical difficulties this morning.
There's a little... Katie's excited for cool things in the future. We haven't said hello to Katie yet, but I know Katie's in the chat. As are many other people. Happy
Oh, you can't
Halloween.
even see my leg. Hold on. I got my Hufflepuff socks on. Is that really jerky, slow today?
It doesn't seem to be focusing real well.
That's probably because I haven't done it. Let me go and see if I can work this out.
1 second, Sam's going to do her camera girl stuff on the camera. Hello, everybody. I'm here on my own because Sam is behind the camera,
You wish.
which means I can be all sorts of irresponsible and
No.
I can conjure up some thunder. I know the spell. Well, actually, I don't. I know the spell to turn
Expelliarmus!
lights on and off. That's kind of my mastery.
Is that focused yet?
It appears to be focused, yes.
Okay, good.
It's beautiful, in fact. I've never seen such a detailed view of my face, and I really don't want to see it again. So can we somehow have the camera black for us, but
You
everyone
can
else can
move
see?
over.
I'll move over.
Hello. Oh, hold on.
So I saw Christina put a placeholder up for the video right before I did. So
Thank you
thanks,
so much,
thanks
Christina.
And I think somebody else did as well. I think I don't remember. There was at least 2 placeholders that I saw.
Hold on.
So thank you.
We are just getting sorted, so
Alright.
I do apologise. Oh, it's up so high.
What's up so high?
Well, I adjusted it for you
Oh,
earlier
that's
and not
'cause-
for me.
Well, hang on. I
Oh.
feel low in the frame.
That's because the
Yeah.
camera needs to go down a bit. So we had
We've had a bit of a week and a half, and we're really 2 weeks, and it's no signs of slowing down. We are very excited though. Well, just while Sam gets ready to
Sorry,
say hello
guys.
to everybody.
I had to change everything up because it was not working. I think So I had a bit of technical difficulties before we went live, so I've just got to do all the stuff that I normally do to.
Oh no! The decorations are falling.
Okay, there we go. We've got
Chaos.
comments over there now. I've got my scenes over here. Why don't you start saying hi to everyone and I'll jump
Oh,
in.
okay. So I've seen in the chat. I've seen Christina, obviously. I've seen Bianca. I've seen Tracy. I've seen Katie.
Yay.
I've seen Cindy. I've seen Katie again. Sherelle. Diane, I think, is there. Heaps of people are here. Hello, everybody.
I have to think tall thoughts because I've made it up to. I'm not going to be able to sit like that for the whole thing. Let me just move it down just slightly.
Alrighty.
I'm not going to be able to sit up like that the whole time.
So, like I was saying, go the Bills.
Is that
I
better?
think so. Well, I don't know what you mean is better, but
Down a bit lower.
sure.
A bit right.
My head's like this far from the top of the frame.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I moved it down a little
Nina's
bit.
here. Stephanie Smith is here. Julie Lomberg is here. Holly Reinhardt.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, Carly Ann is here. It must be like 2 a.m. Carly Ann
Yeah,
or
Carly
3
Ann,
a.m.
go
or
to bed.
something.
Carly Ann is usually up when I'm, when I chat
Marisol's
like
here.
it late through the night. Oh,
Yeah.
I got my little boo cup for today.
So because we're Australians and Halloween is a thing, but not really a serious thing, we had our street Halloween on Saturday. We managed to get both of the kids out of the house, which was cool.
I know.
Lachlan was very excited. We still have some Halloween candy, so if anyone knows where we live, you want to get some candy.
Don't stalk
Wait,
us.
there's a chomp. That's mine. What do you want?
Mm.
We have everything else. We've got Maltesers, Milky Ways, Caramellos. Oh my gosh, that's horribly out of focus.
Pen. What is going on with this camera? There we go. It's gone back in focus. I changed
Sam, you changed the lens specifically.
because we were having the focus issues last week, and now we're still having the focus. I reckon the camera's dodgy. I reckon the camera's got issues.
All right.
I was looking down on my phone, sorry to be distracting, because I wanted to check if it's looking like really...
Tell you what, how about next week we switch that camera over for this camera, the top-down camera,
good.
and then we see.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just because it seems really jerky to us. Ugh! I hate hearing myself. Okay, no, it looks...
Well,
it does look a little bit
This is the view.
odd. Okay. Anyway,
Technical issues aside.
technical issues, because... So, firstly, I wasn't listening, so did you say hi to everyone?
I said hi to most people.
Okay, hello to everybody who is watching. Thank you so much. I know we were a bit late. Again, we've had a few technical... You're doing that right near a microphone.
It's ASMR. Sorry, I'll go away.
I would show the... I mean, we could show that, but it's a mess underneath. It's got my headphones, which need fixing. You can come back. Okay, so... Hi, Dee. Hi, Amelia, Angie, Katie, Jess, Carly Ann, go to bed. Or have you just finished the shift? Nadilla, Candy, Marisol, Caroline. Who else we got? Julie, Holly, Mira, Christina, Tracy. And then I did pop in like really early. Once I made it go live, I decided I wasn't going to close the chat, because if I did that, what is with this camera? Don't make me bring out my grown-up voice. I totally lost my train of thought.
Don't know. We might have to turn the autofocus off.
Yeah, it's odd.
Do you know how to do that?
Well, I can't do it without unplugging it now, because it's when you plug it into HDMI, the menu, like the whole back screen goes.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. It's very odd.
Well, we apologise.
Yeah, we apologise again
horrible
for
video
tech
quality
issues. We were. That's one of.
Don't let it sidetrack you.
There is one thing I like to get right, which is my camera gear. And as you can see, it's a little bit dark, so we haven't set that up right today, and everything just fell apart because we were doing some recording of Holly drawing the other day. So we've got a new setup, and then I had to basically rearrange the whole thing and then rearrange it again for this live. So, but what I was saying was I jumped in early, and there was Laurie and somebody else who was already chatting, and I'm like, you're early. You're early. ASMR, Sammy.
I could totally do that. I could scratch a pen. So we've had a busy week, and this week also we have our son Lachlan goes to his first ever school camp.
Oh
so
my gosh, yeah.
It's going to be...
So there's a little stress here at the moment.
Chaos.
Michael's been organising that, because I have literally been like this week. There has been...
Yeah.
So this next kit, let's start on this note. So the next kit was meant to be Into the Wild.
Yes.
I decided at the 11th hour.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, we were about to submit it for print, and Sam goes, not
Well,
loving
no,
it.
there was a few bits that
You're
that
pretty
weren't.
close.
Yeah, I was really close to. You haven't missed the thunder yet, Cindy. we were pretty close to getting it ready, and it just wasn't hitting the mark. And I was also trying to design Wild in the background, and I said to Michael, look, I really need to pull a last minute switcheroo with this kit because Wild and Free was such a big kit for us. Like, we really love that kit, and we know that there is so many people out there. It's probably our most requested comeback kit.
It is.
And because there's so much time between kits repeating, I wanted to make sure that it was done really well.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't there because we've gone back to a more painterly style for that. So that involved a whole bunch of other work that we normally don't do that I'm, to be honest, a little bit out of practice on. Love my cup. Yay!
Yeah. So that's, I guess, why the last minute switcheroo.
It has a topper. It's a boo!
Does it like sprinkle chocolate or anything?
No, it keeps it hot.
Because wouldn't that be clever if this was like a shaker for chocolate?
Well, no, because when you put that on, it would melt all the chocolate and it would get all gunky.
Oh, okay. Good point.
But I do kind of like that idea for I do actually like that. Bless you.
Thank you.
Because then you'd leave that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So the kit into the Wild is still on the agenda.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's next month or the month after, but it's definitely one of those in sequence.
Yeah. So we're hoping it's the I'm hoping it's next month's kit, but it's potentially the month after. But we will let you know. So what that has meant is basically is it last week? So Sunday from Sunday last week. I've basically designed almost a whole kit since Sunday last week, and kits take me 3 weeks to do. So I think last night I actually saw the sunrise.
It was magic.
That's
yours. This is
my actual Hogwarts wand. This is the one that chose me.
I obviously actually conquered Grindelwald.
So yeah, as you can tell, we are huge Harry Potter fans. So we decided we've got the sorting hat. Hold on. There. Oh, this is a really cool pointer. I can poke you when you start telling people stuff.
You can.
So last week I basically said, right, I really need to change this kit over because Into the Wild just isn't coming together. I have really high standards for how my kits come together. And I think you're all pretty used to that. Yeah. And I said, what I want to do is I want to swap it out for Girls Trip, which is so last Wild we sort of had Celebrate, which coordinated with Go Wild SoCal.
Yeah.
And this is the kit that coordinates with, Erin. Where's my mouse?
I don't know.
I'll do it later anyway. So this kit that's a really cool idea. I've got to do that. So this kit coordinates with, the our Go Wild DC release.
Yeah.
That being said, if you're not a Go Wild person, if you're not going to Go Wild, do not worry because there is nothing actually Go Wild in the kit. Making that very clear.
Yeah.
But what it also means is that if you love the colours, the style, the design, the all the bits and pieces, we're going to release extra stuff that goes with this kit.
Yes, we are.
So it's like our fall extended release, and it's going to be a really cool one. I've got a sneak today of the planner design. Or of an early plan design.
Yeah.
So I haven't had my coffee. This is my first coffee this morning.
So that's pretty exciting. So we've got previews. I think it's most of the previews, not the full previews, for girls. We keep saying Girls Night because Girls Night was our third or fourth kit. Was one of the early ones.
It was really early kit.
For Girls Trip. Also, when I was creating the SKUs for it last night, I realized you've got to be careful when you type it because it's very easy to typo it and make it go Girls Strip. But it's actually Girls Trip, not Girls Strip. So just be careful when you're typing it. I know. I didn't realize that until I typoed it, and then I was like, wait, that's not right.
Whoops.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the reason for the last minute switcheroo. That's why the The previews are late. And look, to be honest, I don't have a full set of previews today. I have a chunk of them because, well, it usually takes me 3 weeks to design a kit.
Yeah.
And it's been a week since we made that change. I saw the sunrise this morning.
I know.
Hence the desperate need for coffee. What?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
That wasn't even this week's. I don't even know if I loaded up this week's. So you know what? Should we jump into the previews of that now, or do you want to chat?
Well, how about
let's chat the other things.
How about really quickly? So I did put a post up in the Facebook group talking about a few updates. So there are a couple of important ones in there. Firstly, the shop to you drop kit. I was expecting to receive it Friday and then that shipping would happen Friday. That hadn't happened Friday, so I'm expecting it early this week, and then it'll ship obviously early this week. If you're in the US or Australia, we are switching to Hong Kong Post for dispatch, which will mean two things. The first thing is that your tracking updates should happen more quickly. The second thing is that tracking link will be a little bit different, but you'll actually be able to still use USPS or Australia Post, depending on where you are, for tracking notifications. So that should all work pretty seamlessly.
Yeah.
Which is good. The Serenity special release items. So we've got we're using 3 suppliers for that kit. One of which is a new supplier. One of which is a supplier we've only been working with a little while.
Yeah.
So the supplier we've only been working with
because
a little
we
while
wanted to bring new products.
Is the people that did this lovely book.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do new products. That's right. The new supplier is working on the special release sticker books.
Yes.
So those items are running late, which means that release is going to be running a little bit late.
Yeah, we do apologise. We tried to move heaven and earth to do that, but we had a whole bunch of additional checks and things like that we had to do, and also the first...
one of them doesn't speak English, so I'm having to use... We're each using Google Translate to talk with each other. It's quite an experience. I feel like I have to go to indie school and do the I think they speak Cantonese.
Do they?
It's either that or Mandarin. It's one of them. I don't know. But I have to work. I will have to go to school and learn the language so that I can communicate a little bit more easily. Because there's been a lot lost. Not a lot, but there's been a few difficulties with communication there. But we've got a wonderful product at the end of the day. So that's what.
Yeah. Side note, unrelated. When we were out trick or treating the other day, there's one of our neighbours who is Spanish who had decorated for, and I always say this wrong, but it's the Day of the Dead. So I'm not going to try and pronounce the actual pronunciation of it because I can never remember it correctly and I always cactus it. But he's opened up the doors and he's gone, "Buenos dias," and I'm like, "Oh, buenos dias, señor." And I talked the very small amount of Spanish that I know to him, and he started speaking to me in Spanish, and I'm like, "Oh, un poquito español, un poquito," and he's like, "Oh, okay," and then he just started speaking English to me again. I'm like, yep, that's about all I remember from being a teenager and studying. But like, I it's nice to try and be inclusive, and I think he really appreciated it. I appreciate it when you flip back into English. But the language barrier, and it's really interesting because when you had a full-time job, I was the one dealing more with the language barriers and stuff like that. So I you have 2 windows open, one with Dia de los Muertos. Did I say that right? So I hope I said that right. Thank you for writing it down so I could see it and try phonetically. But yeah, I do get nervous because my pronunciation is very Aussie. There you go. Most folks, I can't even say that.
Most
folks in Hong Kong speak Cantonese. There we go.
See, Christina volunteered to help.
Yeah,
we might have to take you up on that, Christina. We'll see how many difficulties I get.
Oh, thank you.
So Tracy asked about our expected shipping timeline. I'm expecting that they're 3 weeks late, which will mean they'll ship the 3rd week of November, which in most cases should get them to you before Christmas. And I'm expecting.
Yeah,
we'll see. With that.
So we've tried to get them out as quickly as possible, but at the same time, I mean, I know that we're having so many late things at the moment, but That's because there's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But mainly also because we will always hold a product back for quality before we will send out something that's shoddy. And we've had one or two that have slipped through the cracks in the past. So we are being, really stringent on that. Yeah. And because of that delay, I need a drum roll effect. Oh, hold on. Wait. I can do the thunder. Wait, ready?
Thunder.
Here we go.
Wow. So because of that effect.
Yeah. Because of the delay, what we're going to do is we've got a lot of stuff that's on the way. Lots of digital stuff and things like that. But we have a brand new weekly digital kit that is coming out. So we're actually going to be giving those to everybody who's ordered in the Serenity pre-order as a thank you for persisting with us with the delay. Yeah. So that's a little something that, we were going to put on sale, but now we're handing out and saying thank you and all that sort of stuff. So
that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
because it means a lot.
That's right. If you've ordered in the pre-order, you'll have access to that as soon as it is ready to go. My foot just kicks the stand, Sam. So you'll have access to those kits. I anticipate being able to send an email out in about a week's time. I think the 8th was the date that I said in the post, which is still accurate. So we don't with the digital. There we go. The only tidbit I will share with the digital.
I'm a bit nervous now. What are you gonna?
Give me my thunder.
Okay, hold on. I've got too many things to do. Hold on. So, thunder. I'm showing up. Thunder not showing. It doesn't want to show for you. There you go.
Thunder. So the additional tidbit that Sam didn't share with the digital weekly release kits that we're doing is that we've built up
the digital papers.
I wasn't going to talk about that yet, but we can do that in a second. What I was going to say is that the way that we're approaching these and the way that we are developing the artwork for these is that there will, in many cases, be a couple of different styles available.
Yes.
So there'll still be Serenity themed, but there'll be like Kit A and Kit B if you like. Yeah. Depending on which you like. So if you like more of a photorealistic style. Or
so that we're still working on. So
we're still working on it. I don't want to make too many promises about the actual styles. No, that's right,
because I've got to do it. He makes these promises, he takes the thunder, and then I've got to sit here and do it, and then I see the sunrise in the morning. Which, pardon me, when I was at the front of the house, wasn't as easy to tell, but now I'm here at the back, the sun comes straight in through the window. So last time I was like, this morning.
By the time the sun gets that high over the fence,
it was like 5:30.
It's been up for like half an hour, Sam, by that point. So the Serenity.
Yeah, so there will be. Visuals. And Amelia has asked a question saying, is that going to be in the same section for the fall printables for the notepads? So, which I know I haven't sent out yet because the notepads were missing the cardboard at the back. And so I did promise that I was going to send out which we don't normally do. There's a bug, which we don't normally do. But I'm going to send out those as a PDF so that everybody who bought the notepads, the notepads without the cardboard can have that. So that's next on my list. So because I thought at the moment people have still probably got the notepads. I've probably got a little bit more time because I need to get this next kit designed and out. And thanks for the second message, Amelia. I didn't mean the sad face. I meant a smiley face. Those will actually be emailed out.
They will.
Yeah. Also, there was. Right. I did see a thing. Maybe not. I thought I saw something, but maybe not.
That's right. The piece I wanted to, the extra little bit of information I wanted to talk about with those digital weekly kits is that the digital weekly kit is on our plan to be a new product either from late 2022 or early 2023.
Yes.
We don't yet have the exact timeline on that. So the Serenity kit will be available. We're fast tracking that to get it to you quickly. But it won't yet be available as a kit. It's just going to be...
Well, not only that...
it's a good opportunity to get in and help
get
us.
Feedback.
Yeah, that's right.
So, because when we were like, okay, what can we do? Because this is way later than... way later. Yeah, later than what we'd hoped. Yeah. With the pre-order, there's always a chance of it slipping. And, we have that all over our website as well as, there's slight changes that might happen to products. That's also something that can happen with pre-orders. And, we were like, well, what can we do that makes up for the fact that, it's late again? Because I freaking hate that we've had so many latages. It's like outages, but latages.
Cheers.
So Michael said, well, what about this stuff that you've been working on? Because, you know, I'm sure that everybody would really love to get their hands on it, and that way you can get feedback before the full-on release. So, yeah, I thought that's actually a really great idea. And, so once that comes out, what I might do is I might do like a post in the group to let everybody know to check their inbox, and also to give me feedback on what you love, what you don't, and, you know, what works. I mean, what you love and what you don't is really hard because it's very subjective and everybody plans so differently. But yeah, just for some open feedback on that, because it is a new product, and I you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a lot. So Bianca, also, I hope you're doing well, because I think Bianca was sick, right?
Very unwell.
Yeah. So digitals are the only thing keeping me planning when I can't sit up for long periods. Thank you guys so much for making more. Yeah, and I mean, thank you for still planning with us and using our products. And we've got a lot. It's funny. I was saying to Michael the other day, we've got a lot of stuff that's at like the 80% mark.
Yes, we do.
It's just those final 20%, and because I honestly thought it was only mid-October. And then all of a sudden Halloween's here.
Yeah.
If you've only just arrived, like Denise, sorry for we are having more camera problems again. So, and what I was going to bring up was from, where is it, Marisol? And I can't find it, but she said that she'd actually started using the digitals because she was a bit nervous before.
She worked out how to use her Cricut. So
and I did see them, and they are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, for somebody who's just starting, that's not fair.
Sets the bar high, doesn't she? Marisol sets the bar very high. Okay, so that was the Serenity thing. The other thing we're going to talk about very briefly before we get to the girls' trip previews.
Hold on. Cindy, I just started using my Create Cloud and stuff, blah, 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 blah. Yay!
I personally love it. It's my new favourite notebook because it lays flat when I'm writing. I really like that. That's very handy.
Okay, now sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry. Yes, I was going to talk about the changes to the website. So many of you have been watching our lives for a long time.
Yep.
And I think a consistent theme, particularly in the last 3 years, has been how frustrated we both are with our website. It's.
Oh, that's a mess.
Are you giving it last rites?
No, I left the mouse pointer over my head on the screen. I thought it was a fly, so I meant to get rid of it. But it was a mess.
I thought you were giving it last rites. I'm like, it's not that bad.
No. Oh, God, it is.
You just scroll this down. So the website for a long while has been a bit of a point of contention for us. In particular, the way that the subscriptions are managed. And I guess one of the things, just a bit of context, is when we started the business in 2017, sort of early 2017, we used what was at the time the best subscription plugin.
And there wasn't many, because subscriptions weren't really a big thing in Shopify then. No. There was a few, but not many.
So we had not a lot to choose from.
Yeah, sort of chunking it together. And there was like even
there was a
separate website we were looking at
as
well.
There was a site that was specific for subscriptions,
but then we knew we couldn't grow how we wanted to, and we thought about having two, and it was too hard. Anyway,
so we used what was in 2017 the best item. Now, of course, the digital world moves mighty quick, and what is the best item in 2017 is a long way from the best way of managing.
Especially after
things.
We've gone through COVID, like the digital world had. And social media world had a huge boom during COVID. That's
right. So it's a long way from being ideal.
Yeah.
So we have a just highlight that, please. We have Kathleen's.
Well, I was going to, but after you.
Okay. So we have a lot to update on the site. So we're focusing very hard on subscriptions and how they're managed.
It's so exciting.
Specifically, being able to more easily add different components different times. We won't at the outset be able to add things to your order, so you won't be able to, for instance, add an extra notebook to a subscription order that's about to come out, but we think early next year we will be able to do that. You will, however, be able to very easily add 2 extra sticker books, 3 extra sticker books, 5 extra sticker books.
So we're literally taking the sub back to its core and sort of splitting out the bits and pieces so that it can be more flexible, so it can be more obvious what you're getting. So one of the things that I'm really loving the new developers, the app. And
Yeah.
so they're
It's built customer friendly, and it's also built mobile first, where in 2017
Yes.
it wasn't. So
yeah.
so the subscriptions piece of the website, probably in the next 3 weeks, you'll notice some changes in how that works. You shouldn't, at least we're told, have to go in and renew your subscription. It should just transfer across.
Yeah.
But that will happen after the recharges all go through tomorrow.
Yeah. So we wanted to make sure these ones went through, especially because I, didn't have the time with all the design work that I've been doing. But, we've also been having to go into meetings and make sure that this is the right solution and all that sort of stuff. So there's been a lot of back-end changes, but I am so super excited for the new website that's coming. It's easier to use. It's simplified. There's going to be, Michael's working now on updating the actual text and the information that's in there to make it more accurate.
Yep.
Pardon me, because we've been through a lot of change and we feel like we've been chasing our tails here.
Yeah, and a lot of the information on the website isn't accurate and doesn't reflect how the business is running right now. So we understand there's a lot of frustration for new people because what's said on the website isn't accurate, and we take that on the chin. We know that is an issue where we haven't updated things that should have been updated. And
we had to wait for the technology to catch up for what we need. So we've had probably about 6 or 7 meetings with different places over the last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
I even got 3/4 of the way through a web design, and then Shopify 2 came out, it's been out for like a year or something now.
Yeah.
So I was already halfway through a brand new website and then had to ditch it because there was no point in bringing it out.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, but technology is finally almost caught up to what we've wanted to do. And because we're so small, because it's us.
Yeah.
We don't have the money of the big guys who can do all the custom bits and pieces. And I sit here and I literally have to learn how to code as I'm coding for the website.
We're relying on off the shelf options rather than being able to go and code something ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So Katie's asked a question about the automatic renewal for the second charge. So the answer is yes, and it's going to. We're moving to the new industry standard in terms of when a second charge occurs.
Yes.
So at the moment,
not the new industry standard. It's always been the standard. We just bucked the trend, which is why we had so much trouble.
Well, it wasn't this. It wasn't the standard in 2017.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
We just didn't do it.
Right. So our system at the moment is everyone's order gets moved to the next first after, it's assumed that the first kit they're getting is the next one in sequence, and that causes sometimes people to miss out on the second kit. The new subscription management will have so the date you sign up will forever be your charge date.
Yep. So that means we have to do some shuffling in terms of the dates and everything happens here, which will also bring us back into line with sort of more accurate on our shipping dates than what we've been lately as well, I think. No?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll just be quiet.
No, it doesn't.
I'll drink my coffee.
It doesn't. So
Michael's had more meetings on this than me. I've just been trying to work out how to make it look all good and functional.
So the second, if you're an existing subscriber and your charge happens on the first, then you have nothing to do. Your charge will just be the next first, and it will continue to be the first.
Yep.
You will be able to change your billing date. Within that window,
which is great for people who were like, "Oh, I don't get paid until the 3rd or 4th. Can I do it then?" So that works.
Yep. But if you sign up on, say, the 15th, you will forever be charged on the 15th.
Yeah.
For that kit.
Yeah. Christina, no, hold on. That was the wrong thing. But yeah, I'm sure Michael will talk to you after. Eileen, will the new website show what kit is in our orders? Where we have told them that this is something that we would like. The problem with that is most subscription products are literally like, you want to order orange juice, so we'll send you the same orange juice every month forever until you cancel.
Yep.
So therefore, it's the same product, the same SKU, the same design, the same everything every month.
We're a little bit different, as you know.
That is a bit harder.
So we
have fed that back.
We have fed that back, and the people we're working with are really quite active in terms of development, and they're keen to add something like that for us and for other people who are like us.
Yeah.
So that's a positive.
Yeah, especially because it's still like they're really early in. They're not early in terms of app development. They've been out for years, but in terms of this module, it's a newer module, so they're very much like, you know.
Yeah.
Will we be able to keep our rewards? So the reward system will be changing, but we're going to migrate it across.
Yeah. So our development timeframe essentially is we want to fix the subscriptions piece
First.
And then we are going to fix the rest of the site. The rest of the site being rewards and ratings and reviews,
and the theme in general. Yeah, because that's my piece. Yeah. I've got to get my wild stuff out and all that first, and then that's the next.
So the third thing, which I didn't get to, so your charge date will be the date that you sign up on, except for the existing subscribers will be the first, unless you change that. The other thing that we aren't 100% sure on, but we think is able to be achieved, is billing in your currency. So right now, everything is billed in AUD. We do show USD and Euro and pounds.
As accurate as possible, but there's a shift because of how.
So the charges will still be based on the Australian dollar amount, but you would actually, the charge that gets processed on your card would be in your currency. We're not 100% sure on how that implementation works for existing subscribers, but certainly for new transactions, it should go through that way.
Which, I mean, will be great because then people won't have the extra charges and the potential bank issues and all that we've been plagued with for so long. And also, I know that a lot of people come to our website from the States and they say that we're expensive when we're actually really quite cheap, but they're looking at AUD and just not, I mean, in the States, like a lot of, in planning world, I feel like those of us who live outside the States are very used to shopping in USD because there's a lot of planning companies and just in general, a lot of companies in America. But Americans aren't generally, this is generalization, aren't as...
well, it's confusing because
they don't generally shop as much outside of that currency.
It just says dollars because they're both dollars. That's a problem. If it was pounds, it's a bit more obvious, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly. So
they're both dollars.
That's something that we said to them is super important. And also, you know, being mobile friendly. That's something that was very high up, on the list, and we are working. We actually tried to implement it a month ago.
We did,
and broke the website.
So Christina's asked about whether we can order just one or two things. So we don't intend on having the washi split out as a separate order, but we are working out how we can separate and redevelop the product offer. Yeah.
So Michael and I were chatting this morning about a sub box refresh. So what that entails, we haven't had a chat about. We haven't discussed that in detail yet. Yeah. Literally, it was just this morning. But there will be a refresh coming up just to make sure that we're more on track with what people want. Yeah. And I mean, everybody has been answering all those questions that we've been putting up on Facebook and on Instagram, and that's definitely all feeding into what we're doing. You know, and also because we don't want to have to put the prices up too much when we make the change because you know everything's getting so much more expensive. You know, we want to keep that as low as possible. So we just want to make sure that we're offering the best sub kit out. And as Marisol has said, for the amount of products, I think your subscription is very inexpensive. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when we see, you know, your sub box is really expensive, it's like, really? I feel we're definitely not. Yeah. Are subscribers being charged for them? Hold on.
Yes, tomorrow. That's the way it works.
Yeah. And I'm going to show previews in very just soon. A moment. Yeah. Once we get through all there's a lot of
stuff.
I was going to say the more like nitty gritty detailed updates.
Boring stuff.
Yeah. I was going to say boring. I didn't want to say it.
So that's
Laurie's saying she needs sleep. She wants to see the previews.
So that's the exciting things on the website. Yep. The other thing that we just briefly mentioned was rewards, reviews, and those kind of things. We will be very shortly adding reviews.
Yes.
And
so
ratings and
please,
those kind of things.
Please flood the website with good reviews. I'm just like, oh my gosh, with all the delays we've been having lately, it's just going to be flooded with that. And it makes me sick thinking about all that. But also I think our products are pretty good. So I hope that's, you know, and don't worry, Marisol, the washi will not be going anywhere. Washi is staying. That is a staple. That is a staple.
Yeah, Bianca's given us the kit. It's administrative updates. I like it.
It's better than my boring updates.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Erin.
So that's subscription changes.
And I mean, that's this. Erin has also said we're the best value on the market. I think that's because we're not really making much
Thank
profit
you.
at the moment, and haven't we've been struggling for the last couple of years, and we hate putting the prices up, but and global issues, but Anyway, that's that. I get the biggest sub box available, which is $70 US, which is super inexpensive for both the amount and quality of the things. Yeah, thanks, Nina. That's and that's the thing, and we are very hesitant to put the prices up at any stage, but we have to do some adjusting.
Yeah. So the subscription changes, we anticipate you'll see some changes to the website probably the third week of November.
No, not for. So I just wanted to bring this up. So are we being charged extra for our subscription? No, not this month. You will always be told in advance when we change the price.
Yeah.
So no, this month is exactly the same. No change. Yep. Oh, the ballpoint pens. Oh no.
You can't please.
Can't please everyone. Yep.
So the only other thing we want to talk about before we get to girls' trip.
Yep.
Is just a little brief overview on the digital back. So we've got a few things happening in digital products.
Yep.
And one of the exciting things, obviously, is the weekly kit, which we've spoken about briefly. We also have a whole range of past papers that we're trying to get through.
Yep.
And we know that we're behind a little bit on inserts and creative kits.
Yep.
So just really briefly, I know you've got a million things on your agenda. What's the Cliff's Notes in terms of...
It's looking amazing. Oh, in terms of time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, timelines.
Maybe he's got a gun to your head if you don't want to answer it. Don't answer it.
I want to say next week, but also...
There's one of you.
There's one of me. Elsa might need a trip to the vets. Lockie's on school camp, and when Indy went on school camp, I was a mess. And this is Lockie, who has never spent a night away from us. So I don't know how I'm going to be most of this week. I'm already feeling like I'm going to throw up about it. And his teachers have been amazing and stuff like that. But I did have it scheduled to have the first stuff sort of drop, and it also depends on the website stuff. So I don't want to give a date, but it is getting closer. Sorry.
Excellent.
Okay, let me show previews because people want to go to bed.
Yes, previews.
Let me just jump into the previews now for this. Oh, where's the bottom? There's no bottom bar.
There's no bottom bar.
I feel naked without the bottom bar.
Good thing I'm wearing my
shirt.
Gryffindor
robe. Girls' night. No, girls' trip.
Girls' trip.
Oh my gosh.
Girls' night.
I knew
is
I was
going to
do that.
Girls' trip is a weekend away from your husband.
Yeah.
Drinking.
Well, no, it's not necessarily drinking because not everybody drinks.
Okay. Well,
but mocktails.
Mocktails.
I mean, when we
Having
went
fun.
for our baby moon,
having fun with your friends.
I was drinking mocktails. It's just that it's getting away. It's having fun with your girlfriends.
Doing
doesn't necessarily
thing that's
have to
life.
be girls. Exactly. And yes, enjoying your planners, getting a luxe hotel room, having a bit of fun. So I'm going to show two preview screens first, and I'm going to jump into some of the products. So the first one was the preview that we shared in the group. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of Polaroid style photos in there. You've got sitting at the hotel room window and chilling out together, watching a movie and out dancing. And then we've got really cool shoes, and you can see some of the patterns that we've created in there too. And I put in this little notebook because, we all love making our little lists of what are we going to do? So we want a room with a view, we want movie night, we've got pajamas, we've got mocktails, we've got lots of room service, makeovers in the theatres, having a trip to the theatre. So, having a really, really, really good time on our girls' night. And as you can see, there's a bit of a planner there. And then this is some more of the art. So this is a preview into the hotel room that we've, chilled out in for the girls' night.
Where are you? What city are you in?
A random city.
Oh, okay.
There's no specific city. It was just a city. And we've got... I feel like this is... Okay. I feel like I'm the girl there who just, can't behave. And he's jumping around, and the other girl's like, come on, let's go. We've got to go. And I'm just like, yeah.
Oh, I'm the other girl.
Pretty Pretty much. So, yeah, this is like my little, just like a little hotel room. We've got the matching outfits and going out and having a bit of fun there. Now, let me just show some of the...
I think there's a bit
Sorry,
of love.
honey.
There's a bit of love for the planner.
Oh, good, because you can... There's a little sneak, which I didn't think about. Let me just... I might have to hide that behind. Either... Which way are you going to go? This way
I'll
or
go
that
this
way?
way.
Okay, cool. I might sit a bit this way then. Can I just swap that? I've run out of coffee.
Yep.
Look at this. Oh, you got a drink. Okay, so... Yes, the chair is back. Okay, so here's a preview of the art card and the welcome card. So you can see that hotel. It's basically those two previews that we did. And, you know, you've got the girls' trip in progress, and then we've got the two girls at the front having a little bit of fun on their weekend. Now, I will say, because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I did see the question pop up on my socials asking if... what were they asking? Oh, if it matches. Sorry, I've got really dry lips. Asking if it matches the Go Wild stuff. Yes. So yes, there is. It all does match. So that way you can really deck out your planner. Match it, macho. That's what we do. Okay, next up is we've got the stickers, and ignore the minis on that page because I haven't updated that yet. I've only been designing this for a week. So if you like what we're showing, give us a like. Write a message, come back after we're live, and write another message too, because that helps us in terms of letting other people see what we do. But you'll also notice there has been a little bit of a change on here. So we've got, hold on. The new, this is a really good pointer. If only I could go over the top. The new washi tape strips for the date headers. There's a slightly redesigned planner up the top and the folding planner. And then on the other side, we've got like the, I love that Tracy's gone. I'm absolutely in love with the silhouettes and the Polaroids, which is great because that is definitely a feature in this kit. And I love that we're getting some messages about the planner. That makes me feel good. So, oh my gosh, I screamed, yay! I was praying for a matching melody. I like the washi date headers, yes. So yeah, that was something that I did want to sort of have in there. Okay, what's up next? Up next is, oh, I've already shown that. That's, here we go. So we're onto the kit papers. This is a little bit out of order because I didn't get the chance to do all of them, but we've got the kit papers. It's got this, basically it's a whole bunch of different items. It's got the tiny little love hearts in the background, sort of like pen sketched in there. We've got like the face mask, the door, what is it? Like the door hanger for when you're like, you know, go away, leave me alone. Yeah, or, you know, we're out, do not disturb thing. That's it. We've got a couple of different types of planners in there. We've got like a travel planner and then an actual planner. And we've got some PJs in there too, because, you know, PJs. I need to use the one for all the reveals. Yes. And so, yeah, and that's got the teal backing behind. The next paper is, I am in love with this paper. It feels like the top of my bed right before I do a trip. And I've got everything laid out, or actually right after, because this is, you know, it's got the photos on there. And I've added like a little bit of nostalgia in there. We've got the trip mix, or the, you know, the, what is that, mixtape at the top. And, you know, the tote bag of all the bits and pieces, and yeah, everything too. And then the third paper is what I'm calling our celebration print. So I'm really adoring this print, so much so that I've got it on almost everything. And it's just a really light, fun take on, it's sort of like, it's, I don't want to say animal print because it is, but it really isn't. It's kind of confetti, but it is, but it isn't. It's kind of splatters, but it is, but it isn't. It's sort of everything rolled up into the one. I like it. I like it. Caroline, you can still unskip. That is fine. Just send us a message, or actually you can change.
You can unskip.
You can unskip in the customer account section too. Yeah, so this is the celebration print, which is like the core print for this kit. Now, if I jump over what's next. Oh, and the vellum and the acetate. So, which didn't preview properly. I'm loving another purple kit because I seem to have accumulated a lot of purple distress oxides that melt. There you go. Brilliant. Okay, so what I've done is I haven't done foil this month. I've done a printed acetate and a printed vellum. So that way I could do like and it's showing a white background on the confetti. That should be clear. So I do apologize. But yeah, it's I love the colors of this kit. You've totally smashed it. Thank you. It's very much inspired by the Wild, the Go Wild colors, but then we've added in pinks because this is what I do. Just what I do.
It's also inspired by your Mac desktop. Look. Right there.
Oh, right. That everybody can't see.
I know.
The background, the Mac background.
I didn't think about it, did I?
No. So yeah, it's a lot of my favorite colors actually. Okay, then next up, so that's the vellum and the acetate. Next up is a coordinating pen. So we've got a really beautiful pen, silver. I would have loved to have done like a black, but unfortunately we don't have the numbers to do like the black hardware unfortunately anymore, or the colored hardware to match, but it's still looking amazing. And then we've got like the teal and the pink and the purple crystals that go inside. Okay, and then we're going to go to our paper pack because I really wanted to make sure that I had this ready to show off because I know that people opt in and opt out, and today you have to opt in today. Now we've got this, which is like a geometric style print pattern, seamless. And on this, what's up?
Well, it looks like I've packed my luggage, but why did I include my pliers?
It's a hole punch.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense.
So that you can add stuff into your planner as you go.
I was thinking, is it pliers so you can pull somebody's tooth out? I was really confused about what goes on girls' trips.
What's going on in your girls' trips?
I don't know.
Anywho, so, my husband, everybody. Mm-hmm.
You right?
I'm a mess. I might need a tissue.
I'll get a tissue. I'll be back.
Okay, where am I? I'm sort of part
of
my
punch.
Yeah, whole no. Okay, so on this page we've got there was a whole bunch of extra comments that have come through. Yeah, I prefer the metal pens anyway. Yeah, and silver is good because it goes with everything. Pliers, yeah, they're not pliers. And such a man, pliers. I know, right? I got water everywhere. Okay, so what also is on this is we've got like the ruler, we've got the melody planner, and we've got like a whole bunch of the pens have come back. So if you loved the Inkjoy pens and stuff that we did, and the what are they, the mild liners and stuff like that, so they've come back and they're recolored. And we've got the scissors, and we've got like a swag bag. Didn't call it a swag bag. The Go Wild version of this will call it a swag bag, which will be designed differently. But it's like a I can't remember what I've called it. I'll have to have a look later. Oh my gosh, Carly-Ann.
Carly. That's why I'm not allowed to go out on my own, Carly-Ann.
Oh my gosh. So Nikki has asked, how do I upgrade to the extra papers and stickers? So go onto the website, log in, click on, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Click on...
It's manage subscriptions or
manage
something
subscription,
like that.
yep. And then it will...
you have to say swap product.
Yeah.
So when you get down to there's a few... Sorry. There's a... I feel
how about I hide this? That way we can... Yep.
There is a few drill downs to get to the right spot, but once you get there, you just need to say swap product, which is the confusing part for most people. Once you're in swap product, then you select the subscription kit, and then you'll be able to choose the option of subscription kit, which has extra papers and extra stickers.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll work. Sorry, I was just getting distracted because on the top-down view, I just want to show this because we've got the little ghosty, and he's just sort of looking up at the camera. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. He's sort of looking up at the camera, and it just got me because I only just noticed that he was sitting there, and it made me have a bit of a giggle. I was like, "Oh, that's so cute. He's so cute." Okay. Where am I? Okay, where was I? Back on track, Sammy. Back on track. Swag bag sounds fine. Can I have double the subscription in my account, or do I have to message Michael?
You should better do it. Katie's already answered it.
Oh, thanks, Katie. Yep. Yeah, especially because if you do it today, you can do it yourself because it's before the charge.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that paper. It's got like a dark purple background. And then the second paper, I've gone really simple. It's like the PJ print. So I've got these stripes on one of the PJ sets, on the shorts and on the pants. And because, pajamas are life. And then we've got the hotel room view paper as well.
I really like that. I want to stay in that hotel.
I know, right? Me too. The city is lit up.
Yeah.
I was planning to light the in here up purple, but yeah, I'll have to. It's hard during the day. Okay, and the next preview, and here's that vellum and the acetate again, that match this kit, and yeah, it's not foil this month. They're both printed. You look like you have a question. No. And then we have a preview of the sticker book. So now I only have the front to show you. I'm sorry. I've only been working on this for a week because I had to bump it up. But I am working on it as quickly as possible. But this is you've seen a lot of the art now. As you know, the papers come in and they become the 4 weeks, and it is looking epic. Yes, it is. I'm all decked out today for Halloween. So that is I don't even know what this next preview is.
Don't forget you hid one earlier.
Oh, that's right. Maybe that's the next one. Yes, it is. Okay, so because we bumped this, you have to tell me when you're doing that.
That's your wand.
Oh, that's why it wasn't working. There we go. Now because I bumped this up, and we move into the wild back, that meant that I could spend time on creating a really pretty planner. So, at the moment, sorry, covering your head again, this is the concept.
Better looking, let's be honest.
This is the concept design, and part of this depends on what leathers or faux leathers I can get, or vegan leathers that I can get from my supplier. I do believe I can get these colors, but we've got that celebration print on the front cover. And yes, I'm loving. No need to see more. I need 3 of this. Yeah, I thought at least if I can get the front cover and the front sort of preview of the sticker page, everybody sort of gets an idea of what is going to be in it. And yeah, so this is the front cover. And then I have, let me bring up the next one, which is the inside. Llama not included. But yeah, then I've got the inside, and I've gone with the plain sort of coloured blocked panels on the sides. I have to chat to my suppliers about those extra pockets on the B6, and which should be fine. And Michael's like, what?
Extra pockets.
Extra pockets. We want pockets. Pockets. And then. And as you can see, so it uses all those really gorgeous, cute colors. You can sort of see a preview. I don't know, where's my pointer?
Ah! My eye! I'm glad I'm wearing my glasses.
Poke your nose. And yeah, you can see the dividers on the side there too. I was about to sleep, but I am awake now. So on this, I have found potentially a supplier for this, but we do need to find out some details. I would be interested because, to get them produced, I need to make enough that I just hope that they would sell enough. I think they would, because as soon as I put our llama up, everybody wanted the llama, which is fantastic because the llama is cute.
Listen, if they don't sell enough, you just have 300 llamas.
Oh, could you imagine Indy?
Yeah, she'd sleep in them.
She would just be like, just deliver them all to here.
Treat it like a ball pit, just like wade through the llamas.
I had to just so you know, so the other day we went shopping for, well, we bought everything except for the stuff that we were meant to buy, which was stuff for drama. But I had to hold her back from jumping into one of the Squishmallow pits. She's like, I just want to get in there, Mummy. I'm like, I know. And she goes, but Mummy. And I'm like, I know. I feel that too in my soul. But you can't get in there. And she's like, maybe if we like filled my room, Mummy. And then we were playing In the Heights later and 96,000 came on. And I said, what would you do with 96,000? She's gone. And I'm like, okay, I know I can see what you're doing. So yeah, that is, all these comments. Yay. This is the first colourful planner that has fully snatched my soul.
Yay.
Yes. And this is the thing, right? Like it's so nerve-wracking at the moment to put out anything that's a little bit more expensive because, you know, we know that money's tight for everyone. So I'm like, it has to be hot and it has to work not just for Wild, but for everything. So, yeah, please include the llama. Everybody's one. Yes, we are working on the llama.
Yes,
pin.
we are.
The website, can you contact Hel? Do you know who that is? Outside of our chat? Yep. Okay. I'll get...
I got to go for a meeting.
Oh, you do? Okay,
So
off you go. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me know how you go.
I will. But before I go in that meeting, you want it to Hel? I'll do that now.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, we need the plush llama. We need him.
I know.
I'll message you what I found.
All right.
What sizes are the Melody coming in? I know definitely a B6 because that's our main. I'm going to move into the middle now. That's our main sizing.
Last chance. Trick or treat. Oh, you chose treat. Hey, wait, hey! Settle down. Didn't your mama ever teach you manners? One piece of candy per kid.
You know what we need? We need some of the ones that go, like with the popping candy.
I got some of those, the elves.
I want elves.
I'm not telling you where you are.
Elves! Okay. Oh, my 12-year-old just walked in and said, I want. So, yeah. If there's enough interest, we might also do the Happy Planner classic size. But I really had it's all time-based at the moment because those planners do take a lot longer to get done. But I will keep you all updated as per normal. I will keep you all updated, but I am absolutely loving that there is so many people excited about this. Because yeah, I did want to do something. So yeah, Bianca's brought up A5 for the notebooks because I really did want to do something for the A5, but then there's 3 different sizes, which then, I mean, the minimums are quite high and it becomes really hard to do that much stuff. Even on a pre-order, because then we're stuck with stock potentially at the end. Okay. So yeah, anyway, I'm hearing, I'm listening, I have understood, and I will have a chat to Michael about it all. Where I'm also working on other bits and pieces to go with it. See, this is what I think, like I mean, when I'm at the conference, the B6 size is like a really good size to take with me, but because this is also designed not just for the conference, it's a really good planner that would work with both sizes. I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. Okay. Okay, so this pattern would make a great Boudreaux. It sure would. So yeah, I'm putting together that range at the moment, as well as a bunch of different, there's a lot of love for the classic size. I'm definitely going to have a chat to Michael and see if we can do both. There are high minimums though, so it does make me very nervous when doing 2. Yeah, B6, A6 is really small in terms of, I mean, I do get why you use that one. Go the B6. I'll boop you up into a B6, Christina. Yeah, so we're no guarantees on the llama plush, but I will, I am trying to talk to some suppliers at the moment. That pattern would make a good anything. Yeah, absolutely. Yes to more notebooks. Yes. I have far too many B6 melodies to ever switch sizes ever again. Yeah. I switched to a B6 planner just so I could fit my melodies priorities. Well, the whole lot's going to be on a pre-order. So, and it would be coming in early January. Okay. I might jump into Q&A now. I can't find my show and tell, so I do apologize. But feel free to ask your questions. Let me just jump over into the Q&A sort of thing so that people. Oh, hold on. Here we go. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Let me just zoom in a little bit and put me in the middle. There we go. Okay. So let's chat. Bring up these questions. Oh, that was a message from Christina last time. Okay, do the fall your lux into. Oh, that slipped. I'm so sorry. Let me write that down because otherwise it will slip again. Oh my gosh. All my notes. Okay. So the fall B6. Sorry. Okay, there we go. I will look into that. There you go. Hell, Michael's updated your sub for you. Llamas and alpacas. Wait, Erin, you're already halfway through your fall notebook? Wow, that is awesome. I'll get whatever llama thing you have. Llamas. Yeah, I love llamas too. Llamas and alpacas. We had, I went to the local farm here years ago and they had alpacas and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh. And they were coming over and helping me take photos because I was so excited about them. The fluff. The fluff. Will there be a Black Friday sale? Yes, I do want to say yes. And that's, yeah, Cyber Monday sale. Yes, there definitely will be. We're still putting that offering together. I cannot believe it's already almost November. That's not okay. Do you have an estimate for the Wild release? Yes, so we're going to be doing a pre-order. The pre-order items will arrive in probably mid-January because the melodies take longer to create, which is why that was designed first. But once I get Girls Night Out, that is my next thing, as well as updating the website and all the digitals and things like that. So the Wild release, I'm not going to say too much on what that includes, but there is, I know that I have said previously that there is something that we have never done before that I've been working on so much in the last 6 months, but really in the last 2 weeks. Let me just say, custom minis. So let me just say that. I pet a baby llama. The fluff. The fluff. Yeah, so nice. I can order for my birthday in Jan and one for my eldest in Feb. Oh, that's lovely. So yeah, anyway, that's the thing that we're working towards, and it takes a lot of extra design work to make that happen, and a lot of extra. I already told you about that. I have a terrible memory if it's not written down. Hashtag ADHD. Oh, Christina, this is really sweet. How are you doing? How are you and Michael still doing self-care? I'm not going to lie. One of the reasons why things are a little bit behind at the moment is because I have been struggling with my self-care and my mental health. I'm doing my best. We're all doing our best. Yeah, we're doing our best, but thank you so much for asking. So yeah, sort of like the fact that people are sticking with us while we're trying to catch up, while we're trying to make all these changes, and these changes that we are making that we mentioned earlier are so fundamental changes to our business that there's so much. And when you work with your husband And there's so much going on, and there's so little sleep, and you're also running around, and there's kids, and it's a lot, and you just don't get time to rest. So I mentioned that I saw the sunrise this morning, and there's going to be a few more nights like that to get all this out. You can, now that we're in HD, you can actually see my bags. I've got more bags than Heathrow. So yeah, thanks. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah. It's still exciting though. That's okay. You can just like watch under the covers so he just doesn't know. I do need some sleep. Carly-Ann knows because she sees me on it when she's awake, which is when I should be sleeping. Go Wild release. Just like wanting to make sure that there will be plenty of time for stuff to get to us. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, I know that too. So that's the other thing why I'm trying to get this done now. That was the other reason why I wanted to move into the wild, was because of the Hong Kong holidays, the Chinese New Year and all that sort of stuff. And then Go Wild is in early March. So I wanted to make sure that we could have it all done in time and get to people with all the shipping issues and stuff like that. Hence the lack of sleep. Yeah, and that's the interesting thing. Like with a sub box, you just don't, unless you're months and months and months ahead, you just don't get time out. So yeah, we are doing our best. Holly has been helping out with doing some posts on Instagram and Facebook, which is great. Thank you so much for everybody who's been engaging with them and giving us and not just giving us feedback on when we're asking questions, because that's feeding into the changes that we're making behind the scenes, and we can't wait to announce them. But also it's boosting our engagement and also showing off your creation. So when we don't have time to do show and tells in here, and because we are going to be doing the shuffle with how these lives are done, so we're going to be doing more planning, more playing, more crafting once I get all my tech stuff sorted out. As you can tell, we're still having issues at the moment. But once we do get that sorted out, there's going to be way more fun creating together, because it's stuff that I definitely miss. A few people have said this from a selfish point of view. I don't want you to burn out. To be honest, I've been burnt out for 2 years. I have been absolutely exhausted. I still love what I do because I've been completely burnt out from a previous job. I love what I do, but the changes around COVID really just mentally, and then when I caught COVID, just really just flattened me. And I feel like I still get quite foggy, more than I used to. And thank you so much for all the comments. Don't worry about the bags. I need the bright lights. Bianca, I feel you. I get so angry when I see the negativity. I know the struggle. And first and foremost, I want you all to be happy and healthy. Yeah, and this is the thing. It's a really hard balance at the moment because I want to do all the things. I've got so many ideas popping into my head still, and I still really love creating for everybody. So that's not going away. But I just, it's just a time thing at the moment. And I am getting back to where we were. It's just, there's, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of things at 80% that we just need to get finished and then release. So yeah, everybody who's sort of like cheering us on in the groups and in our lives and on the posts afterwards and on Instagram and things like that is huge. That is awesome. So thank you. Wild will give you a chance to have a break. Sorry, hold on. Where is it? Wild will give you a chance to have a break. It's something to look forward to. And if you need another holiday, always come to the UK. Yeah. And that is, I was looking forward to Wild in California and that, in 2020. And it was funny because I paid to get an express on my passport and then it arrived and, I ordered it. And then 2 days later, Australia went into lockdown. So yeah, it's been hard with nothing to look forward to. You work 7 days a week, and I think I kind of want to do a video just on, and not a live video, but like a vlog on mental health alone, because I know that I'm not the only shop owner feeling it. Are you still setting up getting together for Go Wild? Yes, I am. Absolutely. So that is my I'm very much looking forward to that. And every purchase, especially from the Go Wild release, and I mean, every purchase at the moment keeps us going. Every cent, every dollar makes a huge difference at the moment. So having this release coming up is super important. And all the changes, and we're trying to push into the next phase of our business, which is super exciting. So thank you all so much for the virtual hugs and the love. And yeah, we do know that people have to skip, and you know that like on a personal note, we absolutely understand it. It does make things very nerve-wracking here. And we know that, you know, part of that is the shipping issues and things like that. And we are working very hard on making that a lot better in the future, and also having more information on the website. Anywho, but the exciting thing is that new website is coming. Oh, no, I want to go to Wild. I have some beautiful, beautiful friends that I made while at Go Wild last time. There are also a bunch of people that I can't wait to meet when I go over there and just refill my cup. But virtual get-togethers and stuff like that, I definitely also want to start doing more of and stuff. So I just want to be back in that community again, because I feel like I've had to just work so much. I haven't been able to do that. Oh, I don't think that came on camera. Nadilla, come to Wild. Oh, and I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas for the first time a couple of days ago on the weekend. Hey, Jack. How you doing? Go Wild is amazing. Amazing. You will make friends there. It's just what you do. If you put yourself out there and really take advantage of all that it has to offer and get in with the group, you know, when I say get in with a group, there's like everybody, because there's so many people. It's amazing. It really is. Can we meet up outside? Of Go Wild? I'm in DC, but I won't make it. I'm only planning to be in DC one extra day, I think, at this point in time, just because my time is exceptionally limited, and I am planning to spend a few days in Cali, so I can go to Disney. I will let people know, like, plans a little bit closer to, so that if I do get the chance, I will do a catch up, at least for like a coffee or something. For the first time. Yes, I know, for the first time. It's so bad, huh? I would never skip one of your releases. That's crazy talk. Knowing that you're going, you're definitely on my list of people to meet. Oh, thank you, Nikki. And Endless Possibilities have said, do you know how much a subscription will cost with a new channel? We're working that out at the moment, because we've had to, there's a few things that feed into that. And also now, because we've talked about a refresh, we want to sort of work out the new costs and stuff for that. So we'll know more probably next week, maybe. But we will let you all know before it happens. Now, if there's any last minute questions that you want to ask, let us know. I will put them up. I'm trying to highlight as many as possible, and then I've got to go because it's 1:30 p.m. and I have to have food, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people in here who need to go to sleep. I would totally make a trip to DC for coffee or something, but Go Wild is just too much. Yeah, I completely get that. Maybe I can snag a one-day ticket and meet you. Ooh. I am planning to do the shop summit, which I know isn't like a full day from memory. But yeah, it's yeah. I mean, and if you're there, feel free to just grab me. Come up and say hi. Like, I'm not... I've had somebody say to me previously that they feel awkward to come up and say, don't feel awkward. I'm like, just come up. It's still, I was saying to some friends the other night, it's still odd that people want to, like, come and say hi, which I love. Like, not in a bad way. It's just, I was the kid who, you know, wasn't popular, and it's just, yeah. Anyway, young me would be like, wow, it works out. Yeah, I'm just saying so many popular things I've never seen, but nobody. Yeah, I know. None of my friends can believe I haven't watched it either. Oh yes, Diane, I did see your thing previously. The booze clear stickers were really hard to get off. I don't know why. So here's the thing so our normal stickers. At one point they did say they could change them to a thinner paper stock, and then they said. So we said to them, yes, do it, because I really want it on thinner paper stock. And then they said, oh, actually we can't because the machine won't necessarily go through all the way, or it will go through too far. So it all depends on the technology that we have available. One of the reasons why we have persisted so much with the new supplier for the stickers is because if it goes really well, they have different machinery, which means we can cut thinner stuff, which means it will be easier for clear stickers and all that to be done. I had a little bit of trouble with them too, which I wasn't too happy about. We have fed that feedback back to our suppliers. It's really hard for us to we're such a small company, such a small business that they try and do the best that they can for us, but there's a chance that if they change the settings, it'll stamp through the whole thing. Yeah, I'm this sort of crash tackle hug. There's a chance, depending on how things are going, when I get to the States, that I will be wearing a mask, just because I don't want to get sick and then be stuck in the States and not be able to come home. But it all depends on how things are going. Sharon, you're so late. That's okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't even know how to. I'm just like. So fetch. Sammy is one of us. She's queen of awkward. Yes, I am totally queen of awkward. And that's the thing, okay, so one of the things, and I can't before I jump into that, what Denise has said, clear sticker paper is hard to get perfect. It's because it's so thin. Thin sticker paper is hard. And also because of the sheen and everything like that. I'm looking at actually making some masks. But then again, they're not N95 masks. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I'll work it out closer. That's get me there first and then I'll work that out. And Sammy, what's nightmare before Christmas? What's your nightmare before Christmas? You are all filling my cup. And this is the reason why I'm still on this live. I was supposed to go half an hour ago, but this is why, because Michael's you need to cut down the times on your live. And I'm like, I know, but it fills my cup because of this. Yeah. And look, I'm going to see what happens by March. And here, it's odd because here in Australia, it's so different. We go out, we're not wearing masks because it's just, I don't believe that there's a big risk here at the moment. But yeah, I'm probably going to make one in the celebration print. And maybe, maybe I could do the llama face. Oh, actually, I have to ask if I can. I have to get that on my merch license. I have to chat to the Wild team. Sorry, I'm clicking my pen. The previous vendor on the stickers was pretty good. Yeah, it all depends though. So, because there's different things that go into that. Yeah. Yes, you need to cut down. I need to cut down on the time. Yeah, I know. Okay. I do, Jamie, because I need to go. I need to design things. But yeah, as I mentioned, these lives will be changing to more planner partying sort of type things where we're creating and having a bit of fun together. So they'll be probably about the same length as these, but they will be actually crafting and creating and not just listening to that. So we're trying to work out the technical side of that at the moment. But I just want to say, I think that's all the questions. And thank you so much for making me laugh. I love it. Thank you for filling my cup. I was going to say something about the stickers, but now I cannot remember. But that's okay. I'm sure I will come back to that next week or something. Thank you all so much for all the love in this live. please leave comments and likes and thumbs up for it. And yeah, I will be back next week. Thank you so much, honestly, for joining us. Thanks for listening to all. There was a lot of information in this live. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, thank you all. Have a wonderful week. Look after yourselves. And I will see you all this time next week, hopefully with less technical issues. Bye. Bye. Oop. Never do this right.